Hoo-wee. I forgot. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm not moving real fast. Sorry, guys. It's kind of hard to do game balls without a game ball. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope you all are having a great day, and let me say, shout out to the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants, who fell way behind, and came back and won. You have to look at the NFC East and say that is one bomb-ass division, because there's only one loss in the division, and that's the New York Giants getting their ass kicked by the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you, Rashid was sick the first half of that game, because they were literally getting blown out by the Cardinals. And then Saquon gets injured, getting his ankle x-rayed, don't know how bad it is and all that, but Saquon has always had a problem staying healthy. Hopefully it's not anything too bad for him. You really don't want to see players getting injured. I keep forgetting and leaving these lighters out, and they get in the rain, they don't work too good. So right now, if you're keeping track, the Eagles are 2-0. 2-0, beating New England and beating Minnesota on Thursday Night Football. Cowboys 2-0, beating the Jets, who, mind you, only allowed 16 points to Josh Allen, the cover boy for Madden, and beat them in overtime. Okay? So if you want to look at this at the moment, because the Cowboys have a win in their division, they technically are in the lead for the NFC East. This is still way early. I still say you don't know what the teams really are until really October. But if we're inferring what's going on here, a couple observations from me. First of all, the Eagles fans, y'all are some obnoxious mother humpers. You know what? I give credit where credit is due. I have gone through last year when you guys made it all the way to the Super Bowl, coming up just a little bit short, that you guys were a great team. That your GM built a great roster and went out and supported your quarterback and ended up doing the things that you needed to win. It hurt me to my soul to have to say things like that. But I recognize what you guys accomplished. Just did. Okay? I'm not looking for an award or anything, but to listen to you guys literally say, because I know this is what's going to happen tomorrow, that you're going to go ahead and say, well, it was just the Jets without Aaron Rodgers. You mean the Jets team that beat the Buffalo Bills last week? The team that they said was the third best offense in football. Because mind you, I want you to understand that the Dallas Cowboys, I don't care how you score points in the NFL, Joy Taylor literally said, what are we talking about here with the Eagles when they barely beat Kirk Cousins? And I say Kirk Cousins because Kirk Cousins had 4 TD passes, with having guys dropping balls left and right, including fumbling what should have been a scoring touchdown before the half by Justin Jefferson, with the ball going out of bounds in the end zone. You could have very easily lost that game, but you didn't. A win is a win. Joy Taylor, what are we talking about here? A win's a win. Now, tomorrow what's going to be is the Cowboys' red zone offense. You know, they couldn't punch it in. No, I tell you what it is. I tell you what this is. And we're going to get to our game balls right here. Because, see, this is a different team. People will take something the Cowboys say out of contrast and not get the real meaning. When Mike McCarthy said, I want to run the ball, people took it as in, We want to be the Tennessee Titans and have Derrick Henry in running the football, which is why people said we need to go out and get Dalvin Cook, who doesn't seem to be doing that great. People said we need to go ahead and get the big running back, trade for Derrick Henry and stuff, right? They kept saying we got to get it back. What Mike McCarthy was talking about in situations that you're better off running the football, eating up some clock, and not risking more than you have to. Cowboys won 30-10 to a team that last week beat Buffalo in overtime. Why did they beat them? Because Buffalo kept trying to go to the well. Josh Allen, different story today. He wasn't just throwing the football up for grabs, and they blow doors. They kicked ass against the Raiders. It was just the Raiders. So you look at this and say, this is the difference. I'm okay with Dak Prescott having 260 yards passing and 2 TDs, no interceptions. So what I'll say is that's winning football when you have a defense like this. Now I already saw Skip Bayless saying, yeah, that worked today, but when you're playing Jalen Hurts or somebody else, that's dink and dunk Dak, dink and dunk, because I see he's bringing back dink and dunk Dak, won't win you anything. Well, I tell you what, I'll take 2-0 right now. I'll take 2-0 right now, and you have to look at this team and say, this possibly is the best team in football right now. That's subject to change. But right now, San Francisco was in a dogfight with the Rams, and I don't believe the Rams are that good. They got to win against Seattle, but you look at it and say, you know, Cooper Kupp's not playing. They got rid of Jalen Ramsey. They got rid of Jefferson. You know, this is not the same team that they had. But they ended up getting a scare into San Francisco. San Francisco gave up a lot of points to the Rams. So, first game ball has to go to Mike McCarthy. And you're seeing the difference with Dak Prescott. Dak's footwork and timing seem to be better. Now, we do have a problem in the red zone. I will say that, you know, if there's something that you want to pound on the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm sure they will tomorrow, they'll say, well, yeah, the Cowboys blew out the Jets, but, you know, they had to settle for 5 field goals. Well, let me go with the game ball to a field goal kicker, because it wasn't like he was missing 4 extra points like we had last year with Money Maher. That guy can kick the ball, including that, 55-yarder? Yeah, we have found ourselves a kicker. Now, we all killed Jerry Jones and crew and said we need to go out and get one of these veterans that are out there. They found themselves a kicker. So you almost have to say, Jerry Jones in the front office, the things you guys did this offseason about getting players on this roster and the depth that we have, you get a game ball. I also have to look at this and say, Zach Martin hurt his ankle. I don't know how bad it is. He limped off. So we saw Bass playing, and of course Igato, Chimo Igoda, I call him Mr. Roboto, played last week for not Mozzie Smith, for Tyler Smith. Okay, and we got so many Smiths it's getting me crazy. Tyler Smith, that they played pretty good. Dak Prescott going against a great defense, I know people will say, this is just the Jets. Well, this isn't just your daddy's Jets. This defense of theirs is tough. And the Cowboys still ate them up with backup offensive linemen playing. So you have to look at those backups fast and Magoto and say, those were good moves by the Dallas Cowboys front office, and they get a game ball. CD Lamb. CD becoming a true threat. Needs to be spoken up there with some of the other guys like Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson stuff. 150-some yards receiving. He was the offense, without a doubt. Because what we got from Michael Gallup was 1 catch for 3 yards. Jalen Tolbert got a couple of catches. But CD, he has to get a game ball because he had a monster game. One of those catches, I don't know how he held on to it, because he's got to be sore tomorrow, because he's not a big guy. He was taking some major shots against that defense, but still making plays. Our tight ends. We had 2 touchdown passes to 2 tight ends. Schoonmaker getting his first. Jake Ferguson getting his first. almost having another one by Hendershot. So the tight ends were better today. We didn't have as many drops. So you have to look at it and say, maybe we can do tight end by committee like some teams do with, say, a Travis Kelce. That was an incredible, great thing to have. It's raining out here a little bit, by the way. But it's okay. I will go to the rain, go sit in the rain for you guys. That nasty D, who you saw the Giants explode with points today. They exploded. Daniel Jones, boom, all over the place, second half. We shut those guys out. Now I get it. You had Zach Wilson and all that, with the Jets. They were offensively challenged. Still only gave up 10 points. When you had Kyle Brandt from the NFL Network guaranteeing that the Jets were going to get the win, I recorded that shit, and it's a short right now, because he said, record it and show it next week when he shows up with something with Michael Irvin. Okay, yeah. Because you said they weren't just going to Dallas to give him a game. You said they were going to Dallas to win the game and that they were going to win. Yeah, we got that on tape, bro. We got it on tape. So you get the anti-game ball, bro. You get the hater award. But that nasty defense, for all those out there that literally called me an idiot, bad dog, for saying Micah Parsons starting his career out like Lawrence Taylor. Micah Parsons is playing his career like a Lawrence Taylor career. It's not finished. The cake's not baked. But you can look at it and say, hey, it's kind of the same kind of flavors. It's going to be a nice moist cake. It's going to be flavorful. That icing is going to be, you're going to want to slice after slice after slice. Now has 3 sacks on the season, has another multiple game sack in the thing already. And he's had, I think, more than anybody. I think he's close to a record to start a career with multiple sack games. And a forced fumble. And came this close, an ankle touching him to actually having a touchdown. As always, Micah Parsons brings the heat, taking on double and triple teams. They just hope to contain him, and they can't even contain him. He is blowing shit up. He gets a game ball. But look at our defense as a whole. We are taking the football away like crazy. 3 takeaways today. 2 interceptions and a forced fumble. That nasty D gets another game ball. I don't know how you can't look at this team. I don't care if you hate them or not. You can hate them. You can dislike the Cowboys fan base. You can say we're obnoxious and all that. But you must respect what the Dallas Cowboys have done. The Dallas Cowboys didn't go out there and sign the biggest name free agents. They didn't blow all their money on 1 or 2 guys. They went out, they methodically found players that fit what they are doing. They drafted well, and they took care of things that they had problems with. The Cowboys gave up less than 200 yards. Right now, the Cowboys are averaging 35 points a game and giving up 5. That's a point differential of 30 points a game. And I will dare say that the Cowboys offense, the cake ain't baked yet. They haven't started hitting on all cylinders yet. And when they do, and for those out there who will say, well, Dak Prescott, he's just a bus driver. He's just dinking and dunking. Tom Brady won a lot of Super Bowls that way, where they had great defense, and they basically were a ball control offense. I'm okay with winning. If it's dinking and dunking, I get it. Chicks dig the deep ball. I dig the wins. So, there you go. So, we know it's going to be a dogfight. We know the Giants play on a short week against San Francisco. That's going to be rough. We've got the Cardinals next week. Hopefully, that's a good quality win. The thing that we looked at when we looked at the schedule is the early part of our season was definitely the hardest part. Now, the thing that you have to look at, of course, is what you don't know is who was good last year that ends up being bad this year. There's always a turnover. I thought Seattle, because at first I was like, Seattle, they got beat by the Rams last week, that maybe Seattle is not that team. I think they came back, they beat the Lions today. The Lions, you looked at and said, man, they killed last week. You know, you just don't know. Are the Lions a good team? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Is Seattle a good team? I don't know. I look at the Rams right now and say they beat Seattle and they were, you know, giving a good game to the 49ers. I don't know that they're a good team. But I also look at the Cardinals and say they have competed in both of the games against Washington and against the Giants. I don't know that they're a bad team. And in the NFL, where it's a week-to-week league where you can look like ass one week and great the next, who knows? But so far, Cowboys, they've been butter. The thing to worry about is injuries and peaking too soon. But I hope that this team keeps focus and keeps their foot on the gas pedal. And with that being said, we're done here for the night. Tomorrow with my swole foot, I'm headed back down the road. On Tuesday, it's going to be kind of cool because the Historic Society wants to have a meeting at the Red Brick House, so we need to finish kind of cleaning up some of the rooms where I've got tools and things, so that way when they come in and look at the place and stuff, that they're not, you know, hammered by, you know, stuff that we're working on and stuff. And we want to make it look really good, me and my wife and things. So we'll be working on that tomorrow, and I've got a rental property that we have to get finished. So, with that being said, I appreciate you good people. And remember to tell the people you love that you love them. Because life is short and life is precious. And you don't want to waste a minute. And one final thing, Eagle Trolls, man, get a life. There's more to life than just coming in here and trying to pound your chest about how good your team is. Bro, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Good night, good people. And God willing, I see you tomorrow. Peace.